One thing I have noticed about people in this community is that we sometimes get caught up in what I would call a struggle cycle or a struggle pattern, where you're working harder and harder and harder and harder to mostly remain still, to feel as though, years and time goes by and you're still almost in the same place. You've moved forward maybe a little bit, or you've not moved forward at all. And it can feel really frustrating at times, like no matter what you do, you can't seem to get to the place where you know you're supposed to be. Okay, hey, I'm Rosemary Nonny. This is our RNK for short, and this is the Deliberate Live Stream. And I am the prosperity coach for spirit-driven people, people who know that they're born for something more, people who know that they're here for a reason, people who know that they're here to make a difference in a bigger, bolder way, and they're ready to step into making that difference right now. And yes, you get stuck in this struggle pattern where, you know what, people might even look at you and think that your life is okay, but there's a part of you that feels like you always have to struggle for everything, and that it feels so much easier for everyone else. And there's a part of you that knows that it doesn't have to be this way. There's a part of you that knows that you are born for something more, but how the heck do you get there? What if I told you it's simply because there's a part of you that is closed off from receiving your good? Would you accept that? Now, for some of you, and this is actually part of the issue, you would listen to that, listen to me say that to you, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, whatever, Rosemary, you're just trying to sell me a fairy tale. It's just a scam. Oh, was it somebody said to me, or put on one of my posts recently, oh, it's just a prosperity gospel and this and that and the other. And it's like, okay, you get to say that, you get to choose to believe that if you want, or you get to actually open yourself up to receiving. This is the thing. You are incredibly powerful. You will create in your life whatever you decide to create in your life. You can decide to stay closed off to your good, or you can open up to your good. It really is up to you. This is what I do know, however, that the divine holds nothing back from you. The universe holds nothing back from you. If it's not coming to you, it's simply because you haven't learned how to open up to it. And it's up to you to, to realize that the divine or universe or whatever you want to call it is putting you in a position to learn these things if you are willing. So the question is, are you willing? You know there's something more for you. You feel this calling within you to make that difference on the planet, to make the world a more beautiful place. Some of you have crafts and arts and books and music you want to put out into the world. Some of you want to really teach people. You have a message inside of you you want to get out there. But because you're in this struggle pattern where you feel you have to stay working harder and harder and harder, you're not able to receive your good fully. And that is what this is about. Hey, Avis, how you doing? Honey, sometimes I feel as if I'm talking to you specifically, Avis. But but it's up to you. As I said, you might want to listen to this from the beginning. But this is that you feel stuck in place, trying to keep all the balls in the air. You feel responsible for so many people or yourself or your family, and you're trying to keep everything going. But again, this struggle pattern you can't seem to break out of. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be this way. It is time for you to open to receive all of your good if you are willing, okay? If you're willing. Nobody can make you. The divine definitely will not make you. I am speaking to you, Avis. Well, I'm glad. The divine will not make you. You are the one that has to make the decision to, you know what, there is something wrong with what is happening here. I need to change something. So I need to immerse myself in new ways of thinking, being. This is the only way, because at the moment you are stuck in a pattern, in an environment where you're immersed in thinking that this is the only way life can be. But there is an inner stance, an inner attitude that you need to develop in order for you to start receiving prosperity in all areas of your life, okay? It's not just money. This is about you prospering in every area of your life, including money, okay? So, yeah, ultimately, you can learn how to do it. You can learn how to do it. Now, I've done loads and loads of videos on this page. You can immerse yourself in those, and that will start to open your mind up. And of course, I do other things like this, which is open to receive, which is specifically about you learning certain little techniques and tricks and strategies, inner techniques, Because it's not that you're not working hard. I know that for most of you in this community, you work hard. You're not shy of hard work. You'll do whatever it takes to move forward, but sometimes you don't know how to do it. You're afraid of a lot of things. I get it. Lots of us are. Lots of us can live in. I used to be afraid of a lot. No, what am I saying? I used to be. I can still be afraid of a lot of things, but my vision is too big, guys. Your vision has to become so big to you that you refuse to allow fear to be the thing that determines how you live. And that is definitely where I'm at. I just refuse to allow fear to be the thing that determines what I do. I choose to move forward despite fear. And that is what I invite you to as well. Invite you to, because yes, I know that you will do the work. I know all of you will do the work. It's the physical work, but the inner work though, that is where sometimes we drop the ball. We don't do enough of the inner work, which is not to say that we don't do the outer work as well. Of course, we have to partner the two. But in this community, we're so used to working physically harder and harder that we forget that actually it's the inner world that is the issue here, basically. So yes, I do invite you to get a copy of Open to Receive. Oh yes, my vision is so big, especially for my community. Oh, there's so many of us in this community that would say exactly that same thing. Our vision is so big. We want to make a difference. But until you get yourself to that place where you are open to receiving good, it will always feel like a struggle. So that's why I keep doing these things, is just to support us in moving forward. I'm afraid of going up there in my mind alone. I get that, and that's why you definitely want to find a way of coming to work with me a bit more closely, because then you start to see that there's nothing really to be afraid of, really. Okay, but in the meantime, if you're not able to work with me in the Messenger of Light or something like that, then doing these little things here will start to immerse your mind in a different way of thinking, being, and therefore acting, because then you'll act from a stronger position. And that is really what I want for all of us in this community, because there's so much good stuff inside of you guys that is being hidden away because of fear, because of feeling that you can't move forward. But you can, okay? You can. And for some of you, you've even created a good life, but you know still that there's more for you and that you're limiting yourself based on the same things that I've said here. So I'm not just speaking to people who are struggling in their life. No, I'm speaking to people who are strong in their life. All of you are strong. You just sometimes forget what you're really capable of. So I'm calling you to go forward, okay? Open to Receive will teach you simple techniques that anyone can do. It will open you up to receiving your good, because you know what? Good could be trying to get to you. Opportunities could be coming to you. And if you're not able to see them and take advantage of them, it doesn't matter how much anybody is trying to give you or help you or anything, because you won't take advantage of it. You can become someone who easily receives favor as you go about your daily business. It's an inner stance. It's an inner expectation that you can develop, okay? It's an inner feeling you can develop. It also includes a quick strategy on how to handle a panic, because you know sometimes when everything seems to be going to hell and you suddenly get really contracted, you get really fearful, and you don't know what to do to move forward, this will give you a very quick strategy. It's an inner strategy, but it will help you to start moving into a more expanded state so that you remain open to receiving your good regardless of what is happening in the physical reality. And I need you to remember this, all of you, okay? The divine holds nothing back from you. Your good is not hiding from you, okay? It really isn't. I've always been rejected. There's so much more. Yeah, you may have always been rejected, but that doesn't need to continue to be your story, okay? Hey, Ram Prasad, how you doing? All the anxiety and all of that stuff can be handled, but you have to make a decision to go past it. And that's the truth of it, that we each individually, we are powerful enough to get past anything that seems to be standing in our way if we are willing. The divine holds nothing back from you, but he will not take away your free will. The universe will not take away your free will. Your higher power will not take away your free will. So if you're waiting, hoping that somehow some kind of miracle will happen that doesn't involve you stepping out of your comfort zone, that's not going to happen. Okay, I can assure you of that, because the divine will never take away your free will. Everything is offered to you if you're willing to do what it takes to go get it. Ultimately, you simply need to open up to receive. You need to open yourself up to receive. The good you seek is absolutely seeking you. Are you willing to do what it takes internally, because again, I know you're doing the external work. I know you're not lazy, sitting on your behind doing nothing. That's not who you are. But I know also that you may be hiding away from facing down the fears and the self-doubts and all the anxiety and all of that stuff, and instead of just handling it and moving forward despite it. So if you are that determined, spirit-driven person who is fed up of being stuck in a struggle pattern, then I do invite you to go get the 2-part audio and the affirmation visualization, because then you can sit down with that and allow that to really start changing you from the inside out. And you also get a summary sheet as well. And at the moment, I'm doing these things because I'm really inspired at the moment. And so I just want to create a heck of a lot of stuff whilst I'm in this state of inspiration. And I want to make it incredibly accessible to those who are willing to immerse themselves in these trainings and allow it to change your heart, change your mind, change your life. If that is you, then go over to rosemarynonny.com/open to receive. I've put the link. I've put the link in there, although it gives you the picture is wrong, so I'm going to remove that. Go in there, go over there. Hello, Karima. How you doing, my honey? Lovely to have you here, honey. But yeah, go get that. It is time to start immersing yourself in a new way. That's the idea for me. It is to make these things accessible so that people can immerse themselves in a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of acting, because then you will get different results. It is time to elevate past the past. Whatever happened in the past is in the past. It's over. It's done with. Now you need to start opening up to receiving your good, because, honeys, there's so much good trapped inside of you that is seeking to come out. Are you willing? Are you willing to go beyond go beyond the nonsense of the past, go beyond the fear and the self-doubt, become the leader you are born to be? You know it. There's a part of you that doubts it, I know, but you cannot allow self-doubt to be the thing that determines what you do with your life anymore. So come on now, rise up. Immerse yourself in new ways of thinking, being, and acting. You're probably in an environment where everybody thinks the same, acts the same, thinks that this is as good as it can get, so I shouldn't expect more. Be done with that. I'm glad you're great, Karima. Good. I'm glad you see it as well, Avis. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to a close right now, but this is my invitation to you guys, is to go get open to receive, is to open your mind to new ways of thinking, being, because it's time for us to rise. It's time to rise. The world needs messengers of light like you guys. New breed leaders. You have a novel, new ideas inside of you that long to be expressed. Will you wake up? This can be part 1 for you, or maybe if you want to step right into Messenger of Light, that's fine too. But you know what? If you're not ready for Messenger of Light yet, then start immersing yourself in these deliberate life trainings, because they will change your life. You are literally a bringer of a new thing. You are a way shower. You are a pioneer. What you choose, what you really want to do, nobody around you has done before. And if you're looking to them around you to show you what to do, then you will be stuck. It is time to break free of that and rise above, become the way shower, so that others can follow you to their next level. Are you willing to be the one that stands up as leader, as messenger of light, to show others what is possible when you face down your fears and you change your insides and start showing up in the world as a powerful person that you already are, honey? It's just that you just need to uncover it. Are you ready? Much, much, much amazing love. Share this with somebody else. Hey, Mariam, lovely to have you here. Thanks, guys, for being here with me. Share this with someone else, because people need to hear this. Guys, please, if you feel my energy, if you know you've been in my community for any length of time, 1, start to immerse yourself in these things, and 2, share this with other people, because this message must go forth. It is time for us to start living life deliberately, no longer passively reacting to whatever has happened to us in the past or whatever. Enough. We are called. We are called. One of the reasons why we've been through a lot is because we are called to a big thing. Are you ready? Share, share, share. Go get your copy. I look forward to working with some of you in Messenger of Light because it is time. Much amazing, amazing love. Have a great day, rest of the day, sleep, whatever it is you're doing. Thank you for sharing, Avis. Thanks everybody for sharing in advance. Thank you. Much amazing love, guys. Much amazing love. My heart is for you. Okay? Much amazing love.